What up? This is Finance, Fitness, and Folk, a channel where we discuss finance, a little bit of fitness, and talk about some folk. So in today's episode, I'm gonna talk about how reselling shoes can be a side hustle for you. So right now, I'm gonna pull out a pair of shoes. Let's see what these are. Get my camera right. Sorry about the camera work, but of course, it's an Air Jordan. And we have the Air Jordan 4, Air Jordan 3, white cement reimagined. I said 4 by accident because the 4s are like the hot shoe right now, right? So it's kind of used to doing 4s. But anyways, so that particular shoe retails for, I want to say, $210, and was it $210? No, I think it was $225. I paid for it. But anyways, that shoe right now on the resale market is, you can sell it for $300, right? So that's like what, like roughly about $60 profit, something like that, maybe a little bit more. So like I said in a previous video, I've sold shoes before. And I mean, I still do it on the side right now, whatever. These are probably gonna be a personal. I'm not sure I'm gonna sell these or not. But I've been doing this maybe like the last 3 or 4 years off and on. And it's giving me a little bit of some side change. You know, not made my pockets fat or anything like that, because I really didn't, make it into like a real full-on side hustle. A lot of them I bought for myself. A lot of them I sold. So it's kind of like half and half. But I've been a big shoe connoisseur for years. And then when I had extra money to do it, I went on and saw that this could be like somewhat of a small side hustle, and went on and did it. So I say this because if you are a person that loves shoes, this could be a great side hustle for you. Now, for capital, what I did was, like in a previous video, I talked about PayPal, right? So I used my own money before, but then I found that PayPal, if you create a PayPal business account, they'll give you a business credit card or a credit line, for lack of better words, right? They'll give you a physical card for it, but you'll get a credit line. So I think my credit line was like $4,000. And I used that as capital, and bought a whole bunch of shoes, resold them for a profit, and been just rotating that money back and forth every now and then. You know, I still have it stashed away. You know, maybe I use some of that money for personal. Sometimes I may use it to buy shoes and sell them if I know I'm going to be able to hit for a shoe that's going to sell for a little bit of a profit. But in order for you to start off, you don't need a lot of capital. What you need to do is just research shoes that are going to come out that have resale value to them. And the way you do that is to, of course, go on social media, you know, go on Instagram, TikTok, and do a word search for maybe like popular shoes, something like that. You can also go on Stockx and GOAT. Those are the 2 resale platforms that are very popular. So what you can do is you can use those 2 websites to be able to look at the profits you would make if you bought a shoe for retail and then sell it for resale. Now, when I received the capital, I actually bought those shoes for resale, but I knew those shoes are going to go up. So when you look at these social media platforms, you look for these popular shoes, you'll see that there will be some shoes that you can buy for resale, but because it's so popular, they're going to start to rise in price over time. Now, maybe a couple months, it may take a year, but you have to understand that this is just basic selling one-on-one, right? Supply and demand. So if you get a shoe that's hot and it gives you somewhat of a profit when you resell it immediately once you buy it for retail, but instead of selling it, you hold on to it for a little while longer. That means that as time goes on, those shoes are going to start being bought by buyers until the supply starts to dwindle. And if it's a hot shoe and it's in demand, it means that, within a year from now, it's going to be more profitable, because it's not going to be there's going to be a lot of pairs in the market, especially when it comes to a shoe this white. like these Jordan 3 Reimagines. This is a shoe that could potentially get dirty quickly. I would suggest getting this brand called Rejuvenator. It's not a endorsement for them. It may be, or maybe I reach out to them and ask can I endorse them. But Rejuvenator, you Google that, and it's a product you can use to spray on your shoes to make them waterproof, or be able to spray on them so that they don't get stained easily. But anyways, like I said, supply and demand. So it's a white shoe. That means it's going to get dirty, right? So once these shoes get dirty, people are going to want to buy more because, of course, the shoes are dirty. They may not be able to get the stains out, and they want a fresh pair. But if it's been a year or a year and a half from the time they bought this particular pair, that means there's not going to be a lot of pairs left on the market that's going to be brand new, which means that person can sell that shoe for a high profit margin because there's not enough new shoes out there circulating, if that makes any sense, right? Hype shoes that I would say to look into is a lot of Jordans. I would say look at Jordan 1s, Jordan 3s, Jordan 4. Jordan 4s are definitely on a new wave right now. So Jordan 4, any Jordan 4 you get is going to be a profit, like off top. Jordan 11s definitely can hold their value. Jordan 12s hold their value. And some Jordan 13s maybe. I do believe that Jordan 5 is going to actually start to come back up, because I actually bought my son some UNC Jordan 5s, and those things are actually pretty. They're pretty hot, but I can see on the upside of it, I think those are going to actually become a very profitable shoe down the road, because it's a UNC colorway, and UNC colorways definitely do very well because it's Jordan's college colors when he went to UNC. So that's a very popular colorway for shoes. You also got to look at colorway, because you got hot shoes that are all black. Those are going to go for a profit. The Jordan 4 Black Cats is an all black Jordan 4. I think those things right now, I think they're like $600, $700. And that shoe, when it first came out, nobody was buying them at all. I think that shoe might have came out being at $200, and now it's up to $600. It might be even more than that now. I don't know. I gotta look at Stockx and see, but it's a very popular shoe now. It's all black. You can't get it dirty, obviously. But because Jordan 4 is in the wave now, everybody wants Jordan 4s, right? So once again, supply and demand. You have to look at the market and see which shoes are actually are selling, because actually Stockx is literally the stock market of shoes. So if you go into that website, you can actually see graphs that actually show you the sales that happened from the time the shoe was put on the market until real time. So you can actually see if the shoe went up in price, if the shoe dipped, all those things. So like I said, I would say definitely go to Stockx, go to GOAT as well, because GOAT is a resale platform, and actually looking at those prices on GOAT will give you a better idea of how to resell your particular shoe. There's a market out there for you to sell shoes locally. I would say be very careful with that. Always be in a public place when you sell shoes to somebody. But your profit margins are going to be a lot more when you do that, because you're not paying the fees to Stockx and GOAT to sell your shoe. Because if you give your shoe to GOAT for sale, then whoever buys that shoe, of course, you're going to receive that money, but Stockx and GOAT is going to take something off the top of that, right? So you may sell the shoe and get maybe $150 profit, right? But after taxes and GOAT or StockX pulling what they're going to pull off the top, you may only get like $80 for the shoe. You see what I'm saying? So when you do local sales, that actually can give you better profit margins. So once again, reselling shoes can definitely be a great side hustle for you. If anybody wants me to do another video on this to go more into a deep dive of it, just put some comments in the comment section. Of course, like, comment, subscribe if you like this video. I hope it was some value to you. Like I've been saying before in these videos, side hustles and having a secondary income for men is critical to take care of yourself, right? So this is one example of making a side hustle for yourself and making sure you put extra money in your pocket on top of your 9-to-5 job, right? I'm gonna keep knocking these videos out to give you leverage to make sure you better yourselves in life, all right? Finance, fitness, and folk. Triple F, I'm gone.